Their sisters and their mothers got fed up with having to breast people, to suckle people, for them to be able to visit the wives.
Can you substantiate that with evidence?
These verses were eaten by a sheep.
Okay, so
that the verses
Andy,
were under. Hang on.
Okay,
was
so
under Aisha's pillow in her room, and these verses are referred to in the Quran. You're a deceiver.
You mustn't have manners.
You're a deceiver. You
wrap
slagged off a woman. You tore into her. Then, in your summary, you said that she was attacking you personally. She never attacked you personally. She showed you the hadith and asked you to answer, but you wouldn't answer.
Shall I answer that?
A woman came, she was saying a stranger coming to her house, and that stranger is not a mihram, right? Can you please provide that there was a stranger coming? There was a stranger coming to the. Wait, can I finish?
Yeah,
can I finish?
Are you aware of the Quran?
Alhamdulillah, can I finish?
Are you aware of the
I
Quran?
am. Can I finish? Okay,
Yeah,
sure. Can you please allow me to? Can you please show me these narrations? Yeah. So you have 3 narrations to show me. 3 narrations. Yeah. First narration is.
You don't have to go through it all.
I'm making my questions.
No, you don't need to.
I need
it's
to.
Here.
I need to.
It's here.
Let me finish the question.
Well, only if you want to make yourself important.
What was my questions?
I just want to know.
What was my questions?
You want to know where I'm getting this evidence from.
No.
Here it is. This is what I've written down.
It was not.
Just read the evidence. Read the evidence. Don't make yourself important.
That's the first question.
Just read the evidence.
That's the first question.
No, because we're going to be here all day and all night, and they play around, brother.
I believe I was listening. I was listening to you all
Yes,
day.
and I'm answering your question.
Respectfully.
You asked me to show you the evidence.
Andy,
did you?
He asked me to show you the evidence.
Andy, but you were given an opportunity to speak.
Yes.
Andy, hold on a second.
But he asked for the evidence.
Hold
and
on,
I'm
Andy.
responding.
Hold on. You were given an opportunity to speak. You might not like the way the brother's constructing his answer. But Andy, hold on. You will get another opportunity.
He's asked
Andy,
me,
you will get another opportunity to come in there if you're not happy with the way the brother is. Now, the discussion that we actually had was primarily about suckling adults.
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
So let's not worry about goats. Let's not worry about...
Well, we are. Of course we're going to worry about goats.
Andy,
goats is the evidence that these verses were in the Quran. These verses were in the Quran and have been eaten by a tamed sheep or a tamed goat. They're there. And if you read the Quran, it will refer to these verses.
Andy, please don't be disingenuous. Please don't be...
You're trying to dictate what the evidence is and what I should read.
Please stay calm.
Andy, you had a good
Stay
argument.
calm. You have a specific argument.
Right. And you've even provided a reference, so he can't now deny he's got the references.
I think Hatun was quoting Sahih Muslim, and she was saying this is the hadith, and it's about an adult suckling a grown woman. That is what you were talking about, right?
Yep.
So let's not go into the peripherals of all sorts of different issues, because quite frankly, that's
What
the
different
issue.
issues?
The issue that you want dealt with is that issue there, right?
The evidence and the proof that this existed was
Andy,
in the Quran. These verses were put under Aisha's pillow.
This is the problem. He won't
and the
listen.
tamed sheep came in.
That's why I don't have discussions with these people.
evidence.
To begin,
And they're in denial.
Andy,
They don't want it brought up.
Let him give you an answer. Right?
Look,
Let him give you an answer.
The problem, Abbas, with having discussions with people is that these people need to be rational, right? I'm known here to come speak. I don't come much, right? But the people I come with are rational people.
Right.
I allow them to speak, finish the sentences. They allow me to speak and finish my sentence as well. If he allows me to do this courtesy, I can have a discourse with him, a conversation, right? If he cannot, I will definitely have to go.
I understand.
Right? So
can you just deal with what his primary thing was about the suckling of an adult?
Sure. Can you give me the reference of that? So I can open it and read it.
There's references there.
Which one?
Muslim. I don't come here to be a scholar. I put these in here to just remind me. That's all.
Sure.
So if you know your Quran, if you know your Hadith, you'll know where to
That's
find
it in the Hadith, not in the Quran.
Yeah, but there's a surah there as well.
Let him find it out.
Andy, let's have a sensible discussion.
Andy, I think
Hopefully.
your argument is fantastic.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to let them dominate.
It's not about dominating,
brother.
Andy.
It is, brother.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
Nobody wants to dominate you, Andy.
It is, brother. I love
not
you,
like that
but
at all.
I've got to tell you the truth.
It's not like that
you
at all.
all try to dominate.
It's not about
I'm fair.
It's
I'm
not
listening
about
to him.
dominating,
I'm
Andy.
waiting for him, but I'm not letting people
Andy,
dominate.
it's not about dominating
It is.
anybody. I don't
It
know why
is.
you look at it as a challenge.
Because I come
that
here
sense.
every week and I hate the way you treat people.
You see the way that I talk to people. I offer them the courtesy to be able to speak, and then I speak. And that's how it should be.
Of course.
Yeah, but you
But
said
not then to tell me, oh, let's not go to the peripheries. The peripheries are that these verses in the Quran were under Aisha's pillow. A tame sheep got in and ate them.
You are conflating issues here, aren't you?
Conflating issues.
I'll tell you why. Because
The evidence is being conflated.
What you're referring to is hadith in your question. And what you're talking about...
He's asked him to answer his question.
Well, he's doing that.
He
exactly.
has quoted the Quranic ayah.
Now he feels
Exactly.
it's 2-1.
Exactly.
Let him answer this. That's
Okay.
Because I think he's got a reasonable question. Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's
You're
fair.
right.
That's fair.
Please, can
I
you
think
show
I need
that
you to stand
Quranic
next to me a lot
reference?
more, actually, to calm people down, so we can have a discussion rather than a fight.
We can have a good
Yeah.
conversation.
Andy stays calm.
How is that a surah? 316.
No, it says had been altered.
There's only 114.
See, what happens
No,
often is that you have
31.
people who show up to the park.
Surah.
They've obviously planned a particular discussion that they wish to have. They'll pick a hadith out of the tens of thousands of hadith, and then they'll come and they'll say, right, this hadith, what have you got to say about it?
Mind if I see it?
We're not. Yeah. Well, the thing is this: you'll never know everything. That's why I got this brother here. You know.
I don't know everything.
Well, I'm not saying you do, but you certainly know a lot more than me, alhamdulillah.
Read it out loud, please.
Neither their property nor their offspring will avail them.
Move over a bit this way.
They are dwellers of the fire. They're
Yeah. Just me, sorry. Okay. Just me, get out of the way.
Suckling breasts.
You're hogging the
In the
camera.
Hadith, it's not in the Quran, he says.
Okay.
Apparently a sheep ate it.
The reference
So-
you have given.
Okay, brother, let him
Wait,
answer.
wait. Give me 1 second, yeah?
Brother, let one person talk.
Give me 1 second. Okay. So number one, there is a hadith which clearly mentioned that she did not breastfeed him directly. She put the milk in something and he drank the milk. I will give you the hadith. Number one. Number two, that breastfeeding that happened was not direct breastfeeding, it was drinking. That happened only to one person, which was Salim, which we referred to. And Aisha clearly said in the hadith, that was for no one except Salim, and no one else entered on the wives of Prophet Muhammad after him. Now I will show you these two narrations in English.
Wait for my answer,
now,
brothers, wait for my
I will
answer.
show you these two narrations in
Wait for
English.
my answer.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Come on.
let me at least finish my point,
Why
right?
don't you have a
Now,
discussion or
now, let me show you these two narrations. If I show you these two narrations, will you agree with us?
I won't
Admit
agree
that you
with
were.
anything with you because I know
Would you-
the story, brother. Now,
Would
do you
you?
want to hear my
Would
version?
you
No.
admit?
No, I won't admit anything.
Okay, let me
I
show
know
you-
the
let me show
story.
you for the
You've
sake of showing
already
you that.
missed out
How can
the
you have a
most
discussion
important
with
thing.
us
I don't
when
know.
they talk
You've
I
just
don't
missed
know.
out.
I don't know, to
You've
be
just
honest.
missed out.
I missed out.
Aisha did say, after Muhammad's death, these verses were not meant for us. They weren't meant for all time. They were only meant for that particular woman. Because Muhammad's wives got fed up with having to get people to give breast for them to visit. Every man that wanted
Sure.
to visit one of his wives
Sure.
had to go and get breast.
Can you show me evidence for that? Show me one person who went to other than her. One person who went to the wife of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and he asked for that. One person. Now let's substantiate our claims. Yeah. Show me one person.
You see-
Wait, you were making a claim now, right?
Yeah.
Show me one person who went to the wives of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and he asked for the same thing other than Salim. Please, one reference.
Right.
One
Okay,
reference.
brothers.
I'm
look it
listening.
up
I'm
yourselves.
listening.
Look it up
Because
yourself.
Look it up
I
yourselves.
haven't
That's what I
come here-
expected. Okay.
I haven't come
Okay.
here today.
So come from a point
to
of knowledge.
talk about this.
Do you see how disingenuous
I've not-
you are? You see how disingenuous you
You
are?
see, this is personal, okay?
No, it's
This is
disingenuous.
References
No.
of it.
It's disingenuous.
I had references in
Because
my
you make
phone.
a claim,
From-
when you ask to
how long ago?
substantiate it, you say
I
go and do
haven't
your
come
research.
here to talk about this.
How can you? How
I
can
just
you,
pulled it up to see
So
if
you
I've got
believe
the
something that
So
you
I
haven't
pulled out-
substantiated
Is
yourself.
that reference you
I've
have?
when you
asked
ask for
questions.
evidence-
I've asked
When you ask for
which is
evidence,
a fair
you say go and do your own research.
How can you explain
I mean,
this?
come on.
And he
If that's not disingenuous,
goes
what is?
past the subject
Subhanallah.
and said, but these, Aisha said it was only for... Well, we know that because the women, Muhammad's wives, had rebelled against him and said, we are not going to do this. Yes, it
You
did.
can't just make
Yes,
up
it did.
stories.
Conflating issues and
You can't just
Hang
make
on a
up
minute,
stories.
brother. You claim you're
can't
not an
just make stuff
expert.
up.
Hang on, you claim you're not an expert.
I'm not.
How come all of a sudden
I'm
you're an
not.
expert when I say
I'm
something?
not.
I know my subject.
No,
and
I'm
I
not.
know
He's
about
only moderating.
No,
He's
no.
not. He's not.
No,
He's
he's
not.
moderating.
He's not being an expert.
Let me answer
You
that.
don't know the
Go ahead,
topic,
go ahead.
but you know it's not true.
Let me answer that.
No.
Shall I answer that?
No.
You don't want my
Okay.
answer?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you
Why ask-
you've
why-
missed
why
it
ask
all.
the question then?
Did
Okay,
the sheep?
okay.
Did the sheep incident happen?
The first.
Did the sheep incident happen?
Can I answer? First, the first question, right? The first hadith is in a book. It's called كيفية رضاع الحديث الكبير. كيفية رضاع الكبير. Yeah, page 498 is mentioned in the book. The narration is there in Arabic. You can research it yourself. This is the first hadith. This is the hadith about that she used to put the milk in a cup and he used to drink the milk. So no direct breastfeeding happened unless you can show me that there was. Wait.
Okay. No.
First
You've
point.
asked a question.
First point.
You've asked a question.
Allow me to please
No, but
finish
you
the
asked a
point.
question.
I didn't
You
answer.
asked a question.
I said
You know,
unless.
brothers,
I said
do
unless.
you
I never
know
ask a
that
question.
In Turkey,
It's not gonna work, is it?
Today in Turkey, this tradition is still happening.
Another
That
accusation.
there's women.
We're not going to end. We're not going to end with this. Yeah.
And where's the evidence for this?
Look,
Go and read
Otherwise,
that yourself.
and they become relatives. This is.
Where is the other brother? He left.
It's not happening the,
Christian
way
brother who was
Muhammad
talking
talking
here?
it, but there are women that look after other women's children,
Brother.
breastfeed them, and they
Oh, yeah.
become
Brother,
relatives.
what's your
Come
name again?
here,
Sorry,
come
what's
here,
your
come
name?
here.
Come.
Hi, Andy.
You know,
Okay.
Andy, if you don't mind, right?
Yeah. Let him moderate.
We would love to have a conversation with you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because hopefully we'll be able to have a sensible discussion.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be on camera,
The camera, I don't like
then if you come on this side,
Yeah.
It will, no, but face us this
It
side.
will be in your back.
It
Come.
will be on your back, brothers. Don't film Andy, please. Yeah, Andy will stand over here.
Yeah.
And we'll have a discussion with Andy.
Using this also
So,
as a
so Andy,
reference in the
basically-
Quran in his phone, yeah?
Which has no relationship
No,
with
Just one
anything.
second.
Yeah.
So Andy, basically the breastfeeding incident.
Yeah.
Both Hatun and the brother here were claiming that this was suckling off a grown man, suckling off a breast.
Right.
That was a claim.
Okay.
Now, what the brother has showed is,
Yeah.
number one, it was specific only to this
Salim.
Sahabi called Salim,
Yeah.
and the mother put it in a cup,
Yeah.
and he was fed along those lines. Now,
Yeah.
do you see my point? No, can I just finish though?
Sorry.
Do you see why I won't have these discussions? Because, especially with Hatun, you see how she twisted it and made it a suckling of the breasts.
Forget Hatun, because
See,
we all
it's
know.
like perversion.
No, but hold on a
They have
second.
got some perverted, nonsense sexual sort of acts that they sort of profess to Islam. And when you challenge them, they won't accept it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a shame. And when you challenge it with academia, at least an honest person will say, okay, you know what? I thought it was this, but you've clarified from your own hadith, from your own tradition, actually, it was not that.
Okay. So, so 2 points.
Yes.
The first point is, I don't agree with anything iTunes said.
Right.
Because it was very offensive.
iTunes.
iTunes, yeah. I don't agree with
iTunes is rather.
That's why I like Samsung.
Yeah.
But I think-
iTunes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good one, actually. I like that.
So I think she's absolutely, and to be hysterical the way she goes on about it is not an argument. In fairness to Andy,
Yes.
you have to ask Andy, do you accept what he said as an answer to your
No.
hold on, and if not, why? But you have to explain calmly why you don't accept it, because does it answer, because you've got 3 points of reference, he's only answered off 1. Maybe there's 2 other points there because you've got 3 points there. Is it something to do with, if you just, because I actually think your reasoning initially has been very, very good. So, because you've only answered from 1, so if you can say why you don't
The reason
accept.
why I don't accept it, my friend, is because the answer he gave is the end. The end was that in the end, the women rebelled, and Aisha said that was only meant for that woman, because they got fed up of giving their breasts, their aunties and their aunts and their sisters and their mothers got fed up with having to breast people, to suckle people, for them to be able to visit the wives.
Can you substantiate that with evidence?
These verses were eaten by a sheep.
Okay, so
that the verses
Andy,
were under. Hang on.
Okay,
was
sorry.
under Aisha's pillow in her room, and these verses are referred to in the Quran. There is a gap. They are referred to in the Quran.
Where's the gap?
You have heard two claims, right?
Oh, I'll have to go and look it all up, but I haven't got time.
You have heard two claims.
It's
Would
not that
you agree with me?
important.
Yeah.
It's not that
Well, it
important.
clearly is important enough for you to
Andy, so
refer to it.
let
Well, because of the way you treated a woman.
No,
Because of the way
come
you
on,
treated
Give us a
woman.
reference.
Andy, so you just pointed out a couple of
Points, 2 points.
So
Okay.
what's your name?
He has put
What's your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah, he has put two references. Yeah.
Okay.
He said that the wives of the Prophet got fed up with people entering them, and they were breastfeeding all of them. And then in the end, right? That's the claim, right? In the end, they said, you know what? That was only Aisha said that was only for Salim, right? So he has to substantiate where the wives of Prophet Muhammad used to do that, right? Number one. Number two, he says the Quran. There was a verse in the Quran, inconsistency, missing verse in the Quran. He has to provide evidence.
Hold on a second.
Sure.
He said about the lamb being eaten a lamb.
That's the second point.
Right. So that point there. So
that second point he has to substantiate from our narrations, from our hadith tradition, one narration that says that there was a verse about breastfeeding, and there was a sheep that went inside and he ate that verse, right?
Okay.
That's what he has to do. Is that rational?
that's rational.
Is that rational? Okay. So two things: sheep eating a verse about breastfeeding. The second thing is what? To prove that the wives of Prophet Muhammad used to breastfeed. And in the end, they said, you know what? Yeah, there's two people coming, so now it's only for Salim. So please, just like I did substantiate, please, go ahead.
So can you
Listen, it's fair enough,
that's
but
fine.
what I find over here...
Well, if you
Just
said
provide
that's
the
fair
evidence and
enough,
then tell us what
he's
you
actually
find.
saying there that he's actually receiving you very good there. He's actually,
So you're agreeing with me?
play.
I don't agree with you, but I'm going to
No,
answer.
no, that's
I'm
not
gonna
fair.
answer.
That's
I'm
not
gonna
fair. He
answer.
said he's
I'm gonna answer.
accepting.
Go ahead.
If you really don't know, then I agree with you. But I don't believe that you don't know. I believe that because you're all deceivers and your Allah is the greatest of deceivers, you're happy to lie.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go and I'm going to write down all these references. This is what you're making me do. So the next time we meet, brother, I will have them there for you. Because it's all there. It's all there.
You
And
can't
I will
produce it.
expose this.
But you can't produce it today.
No, I didn't come prepared to.
Sure. I want to make it. Where did he go?
You clearly
I come
He left?
here.
You cannot
That's
the
fine.
reference is on his mobile phone
I come
to
here.
show
Sure,
us,
sure. I come
and he
here.
didn't come prepared.
Can I answer that? Okay.
Let me just say this.
Oh, sure.
I come
They just
here,
happen to be on his
and
mobile phone.
Most Muslims know that know
Come
me.
on.
They see me.
Sure.
We talk.
Sure.
That I come here to have conversations.
Sure.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Did I shout at you? But you shouted at me?
Of course.
That's right. I come and have conversations with many Muslims.
Shouting
Okay.
conversations.
Many Muslims.
Sure.
Those that are deceivers, I won't tolerate.
Okay. Can I answer
Okay.
what you said?
Yes.
I'm not saying I don't know, my friend. I said it doesn't exist. If you show me one narration of the wives of
I will
Prophet
next
Muhammad,
week, next week.
of Prophet, let me make my claim, right? If you show me one narration of the wives of Prophet Muhammad breastfeeding men coming and out, and they said,
Not the
and they
wives, brother. You must learn to listen.
Okay.
I know what I say.
okay, what did you say?
The sisters,
on camera, by the way.
The mothers,
Yeah.
the sisters, the mothers, the aunts.
Okay, sure,
They
sure.
had to do it to make the man
Sure.
then a relative, so that the man could come and visit the wives without thoughts of any sexual immorality.
It's on
Because
camera.
once you're a relative,
It's
you
on
can't-
camera. It's
Yes.
on camera where you said the wives used to do it, and everyone here is
I did
listening.
not
And
say
his
the
brother is
wives
listening.
did
The
it.
brother is listening.
I
Wait.
did not say
It's okay.
the wives
Let's agree
did
to
it.
disagree.
And if I-
Let's
no.
agree to disagree. It's on
Listen,
camera.
taking the medication.
Camera will judge. The camera will judge. Yeah.
Listen.
If you show me.
If I said it, it was a mistake.
Allow me to finish, yeah? If you show me...
I did not
Okay, sure. It's good.
I
It's
did
humble
not
to accept.
say it.
It's humble to accept. So the wife never did it, yeah? We have
wives
that.
never did it,
Okay,
no.
thank you very much. So that's the first point, yeah? Let's go to the next
Not
point.
the first point. It's you dominating.
Sure, no
it's
problem.
you trying to dominate.
Can I speak
because
now?
you don't listen.
Can I speak
and you
now?
don't listen to what I'm telling
Why
you.
are you getting angry?
Okay.
Because you
Relax.
try to
Relax.
dominate.
Nobody's
I've
dominating
explained to you that it was the
If you're
wife.
the one shouting,
it was the.
if you're the one shouting and getting angry, you're the one trying to dominate.
It's the mothers,
Do you appreciate
the
that?
sisters, the aunts, any female relative of Muhammad's wives had to give breast so that the man would become a
Where's
relative
the evidence
and be
for that?
able
Okay,
He's
wait.
again
Okay,
go round
okay.
in circles. Next
Sure.
week I will bring it.
Okay, if you bring us that evidence
Yeah.
of all of
this
the
man would know about it. This man.
Listen,
Yes, you do.
are you talking to? You're talking to me,
Why
right?
don't you ask these
You're
guys?
no, brother,
You know
brother.
about
You're
it
talking to me,
because you've
correct? You're
discussed
talking
it.
to me.
I'm not debating.
No,
You're-
he's not debating.
You're talking
but
to
he
me.
knows about it.
Can I finish?
Wait, you debating?
You're talking to me, yeah? You're talking to me, yeah? If you show me the evidence for what you said,
Yeah.
that all of them had to breastfeed, all the community had to breastfeed that poor brother, right? That poor Sahabi, all the community had to do it as you claim, I'm not going to come to the park anymore. Show me that claim.
What are you
Wait,
saying? Maybe
wait.
it's your English, but what you've just said doesn't
Okay,
make
sure,
sense.
sure.
It's not
You
what
can
I
make
said.
ad hominems all you
No,
like, but let me say again. Let me say again then. Let me say
I'm
again.
trying to correct
Asking
this
what's his
brother.
claim,
I'm trying
and
to
then just
correct
repeat
this
as it
brother,
goes.
and instead of listening, he's trying to make out that I'm attacking him. I'm trying to say that I did not say that all.
What did you say? Tell me.
Yeah, just repeat one
Brother,
more time.
you
Tell me.
just said that I said that all the wives had to breast this.
No.
this man,
What did you
this
say?
Man.
I'm wrong. What did you say? Tell me.
I've said
Please, yes.
that Muhammad's wives had to get a relative, whether it's their mother, their sister, or their aunt, to breastfeed somebody to make him a relative. By making him a relative, he could then visit the wife.
Can I just make a suggestion?
Right? Hang on, you see, you didn't let me
After-
finish.
after you finish.
Yeah, but after I finish.
After you finish.
stop us in free flow. But
Please.
when I do it to this brother
Please,
here,
please.
all of a sudden,
I'm not interrupting
and
you, I'm
that's
saying
why
you
I
finish,
shout.
you finish.
Because
Don't-
you do it. When you do it, it's
calm
okay.
down. I'm letting you finish.
Well,
Calm down.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is I've been trying to go for over an hour, and out of
really?
respect for you,
Oh, really?
I've stood here.
Really?
I've
Okay.
stood here for over an hour.
He's been
but
somewhere
you-
else, not in the park.
No,
He's talking about somewhere else.
because
it's
you
okay.
you do it,
Please
and
finish.
it's wrong.
Please finish. Go on.
For me, but when I do it to you, oh, look
I'm
the way you
saying
behave.
please
Sure, sure.
finish. And it's still- it's
He's
still-
telling you to finish now. Please
No,
tell us
it's like
who
violent time.
breastfed and in order to do what? So are you saying the women of the community?
What are the names of the women?
No.
Let me. He's trying to divert. He's trying to
Let him
divert.
finish his point.
Okay.
I'm going to say it one more time.
Who's breastfeeding,
I'm
please?
just going to tell you one more time.
And in order to
No,
do
no,
what?
don't play games with me. I'm going to tell you one more time.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
The wives of Muhammad used to have men visitors, but because of this law that Muhammad gave to this woman, that she had to breastfeed somebody to come, wanted to come to her house and visit her husband, this law became law for all his wives. And what they had to do, the wives had to get a mother, a sister, or an aunt, a female relative, to give breast to the man, because by giving breast to the man, he became a relative. By becoming a relative, he could then visit a wife of Muhammad. Now, I've told you this many times, and I do believe that I've said it simply and plainly. Do you understand what
What
I've
he's
said?
saying basically is that the wives
But I've said it to
didn't
so many
do
times.
He's
it,
going to answer you.
but the wives' relatives
I've said it to
were
so
told
many times.
to give breastfeed grown men.
Yeah.
So they could then visit the house of the Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah,
peace be upon him.
please.
Now, can I just make one
Yeah, go ahead.
suggestion, though,
Sure,
please,
100%.
if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we come to the park and start making accusations like this, I would humbly suggest that you have your references there and then. Otherwise,
I hope I can get an answer.
otherwise, at least have the humility, the humanity, and the honesty to say, like I said to you, that I don't know about this hadith.
Yes.
Let me find
Yes.
somebody who can explain it to
Yes.
you, right?
Yes.
Now, you've come here, you've made all sorts of accusations, right?
I hope you're going to let me answer you.
You can do, of course
Okay,
you can.
good.
When
So I'll
you've
let
been
you
when
finish.
you've been challenged on those accusations,
Hope you're going to
you've
let me
told the
finish.
people here to
Yes,
go away and to
yes.
do their research. I believe that's not an honest way of doing a discussion or a debate, because you can make all sorts of attacks, all sorts of assertions, and actually have no evidence to back it up. You also say, I didn't come prepared to talk about this. Yet on your phone, coincidentally,
Not coincidentally, I put it on purpose.
Hold on a second.
You see, don't put
Hold on
words
a
into my
second.
mouth.
Hold
It's
on a
not a
second.
coincidence.
Calm
It's
down.
on my phone for a
I
reason.
know it's getting uncomfortable. I know it's getting uncomfortable.
No. He's married in a
I know
narrative.
it's getting
He's making a
uncomfortable,
story.
right? You come with references on your phone ready to have this discussion. which is fine, no problem with that.
You didn't have it.
No, because I told you from the very start.
You're standing in front
of a
Dawah placard, and you're supposed to give Dawah, and you can't even answer a question.
I couldn't.
And you didn't even answer a question.
I accept
and when a woman showed him the evidence in the Muslim, Sahih Muslim, he wouldn't accept it. He called her names, he slagged her off, he wouldn't respect her, and he's saying that she disrespected him. She didn't disrespect him.
I refuse to talk.
No, brother. You are a deceiver and a liar, and I'm telling you to your face.
I refuse to talk to people.
But I've got to tell him to his face. He needs to hear it. He's full of his own, and I don't want to say the English word, but he's full of it.
I refuse to talk to people.
Coming here,
That is getting defensive.
He's the one.
You see how he's reacting?
Off a woman.
You know why he's reacting like this? Because the matter is closed.
Give him
And
his
now
chance.
he's
Give him his
preaching
chance.
as if he's
The issue is,
we need to speak
I
like
will
this.
not speak to
All I've
Hatun.
done, I've repeated the question to this brother.
Listen to me.
3 times.
You've had
three
a
times he's twisted
no
it.
evidence.
Hold on a second.
Bring the evidence.
Brothers,
Hold on a second.
Brothers,
Listen.
brothers,
You come with an
brothers,
argument.
I showed you the evidence I had, and I said next week I will bring the evidence.
Okay, so he's on camera.
I'm not denying
He's
it.
on camera.
I haven't denied
He's on
anything,
camera
brother.
next week. He'll
I'm
bring
not
the
running.
references.
I'm not Mansour.
The brother
I'm
is
not
here.
Hashim.
Okay.
I don't run like a rabbit. Right?
What's your name?
lights.
What's your name? Sorry. Andy will come next week.
Next week.
And he's going to provide the evidence.
Yeah.
But what I would say to people that come to the park and make these accusations
Oh, here we go.
is at least
What
provide.
we would say to the people that come to this
know,
park to give dawah,
the Quran-
that they should know the Quran, they should
the
know
Quran-
the Hadith,
the Quran-
because there's not that many questions that are
your
asked.
text.
Each week,
You have no proof.
each week there's a handful of questions that are asked.
Okay.
This brother, with respect, should at least know this. This comes up every year.
Any
Every
evidence
year,
from Allah?
if you look, every
Any
year,
evidence?
every year,
He
if
doesn't
you
have no
look
evidence.
at
Let
Speaker's
him speak.
Corner, if you look at Speaker's
Let him
Corner,
speak.
these questions
Let
come
him
up,
let it out.
and you should know it.
You have to let him let it out.
Okay, you finished?
Sure. Can I
Then this
speak?
brother took over.
Can I speak in the end?
No, I simply said that if you're going to have a discussion,
Ignore
and
me. Ignore me.
if you're going to have
Always
No, I'm
ignore
telling him wait because he's there's a battle happening here. It's not okay, isn't it? Let's finish, yeah?
all I'm saying to you is if you have a discussion, provide, the Quran says something very beautiful in there. If you speak the truth, what does it say? Provide your evidence. You have to provide evidence. You come and make all sorts of claims, provide your evidence.
brothers.
Anyway, you're prepared to do it next week. You're
gonna do it next week.
Andy.
Next week, he says.
He
We'll wait for you
next week.
So when a man or a woman comes to a Muslim
Here
and
we go
says,
again.
"Can you explain
we
this
go again.
breast sucking incident where the hadiths were under, where the Quranic verses were under Aisha's pillow and attained sheep ate it? Can you explain this?" Instead of him explaining it, he started slagging off the woman. He wouldn't talk to her,
won't
and he
talk
went
to Hatun.
on and on. And for
won't talk
2
to Hatun.
hours now, he still hasn't given an
I
answer.
won't talk
so
to Hatun.
this is the way we answer people and with
This
respect.
just shows how disingenuous.
Can I, let me say
You
something.
don't
Let me say something in the
understand.
end.
Let the brother come
Can I
on.
say something in the end?
Spoken to
Can I say
people
something?
Let the brother
I'll
come.
finish quickly. Yeah, the verse about eating from the sheep has no relationship with this
That's what I'm trying to
incident.
explain to you.
Has no relationship with this incident. You confuse both of them. But I will allow you to come next week to show yourself, not to show me, to show yourself that that narration doesn't talk about it. Number one. Number two is a weak narration. Even it's not authentic narration, and I will show you the evidence for that. Wait, let me finich a sentence, please, and I will show you the evidence for that next week. You bring a strong narration. You bring it. Please bring it. Yeah.
You can't
Let me finish.
have it both
Let me finish.
ways.
Let me finish.
Either Muslim is solid.
Sure. Look. You're an old uncle. Look. Listen. You are an old uncle.
It's
I have to respect you. Look, I have to respect
it's
you.
irrelevant.
I have to respect you.
You can't
Listen.
have it both ways.
I have to respect
Either
you.
you
Look, I cannot-
believe in the
I cannot
hadith
shout back
or
at you.
don't.
Look. I want to say something. Yeah? You're an old uncle. I have to respect you. As a Muslim, I have to respect you. Correct? So I have no problem with you saying you're going to bring evidence next week.
Right.
I have clarified that evidence you speak about is if no
Why
exist.
didn't you tell me that?
Is if no exist.
Why didn't you explain
I
it
have.
to me? Why didn't you
Is if-
explain? Why didn't you explain to
I'm
me about
explaining
the,
now.
about the sheep?
I'm explaining.
Why did you? Well, give me what.
Now I'm
what-
explaining.
What's it to do
Do you
with
agree
that?
I'm explaining?
Give me the ref. Why? Give me the reference.
I'm
and tell me
explaining.
about it.
I'm explaining.
Tell me what happened then.
Would you allow me to
Tell me,
explain?
yes.
Would you allow me to
Yes,
explain?
yes.
Okay. There is a fabricated narration in Abu Dawud.
Now it's fabric.
In the okay. Would you like me to explain or not?
Bible has been changed. But when you ask them,
Is
This is not the first time he's done it so much. This is not the first time he's done
it's
this.
irrelevant
Every
stuff,
week
yeah.
he comes and says he doesn't have the evidence. He'll bring it next time and he doesn't back nothing. That's what they always do. And this is called false advertising technically. It's maligning the religion.
Sure.
Verify that, yeah?
Muhammad, Amin. Wait. Look. Can you? Okay. You're a Christian, are you? You're Christian, right?
This wonderful Muslim.
You're Christian, yeah? You're Christian, correct? You're a good example for Christianity, yeah? Wait. Muhammad, take it.
How filthy his mouth is. This is Islam for you, brothers. This is Islam.
You're a good example for Christianity, okay? You are, right? So can you please explain to me the verse in Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 21 where it says that God is a deceiver? Please.
When you've answered the question about the sheep,
I have.
No,
Would you allow me to finish the sentence?
Yes, of course.
You have said that twice, by the way, yeah? Okay, so I will try to finish the sentence now.
About the sheep.
This narration you mentioned is in Abu Dawud.
Yeah, you said it was made up.
Is in Abu Dawud and is fabricated, yeah? Now finishing this, please answer my question about Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 21 where it mentions that God deceived Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 10 or 12 where it mentions that God deceived Jeremiah again.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
I know, and I'm asking you, that's why.
You know what I believe in?
Yeah, I'm asking you to explain,
I
please.
believe in the New
Go ahead.
Testament, brother.
Sure.
That is my gospel.
Sure.
The New Testament.
Okay, let's go to the New Testament.
Why do
You're
you
right.
keep going to the Old
Oh,
Testament?
I agree with you.
You know why?
You're right.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because you've got nothing against the
I'll
New
go to the
Testament.
New Testament.
You
I'll
go to the Old Testament
Sure.
that has been superseded
Sure,
by
sure.
God Emmanuel
Sure,
with
sure.
us.
Good.
God came
Sure.
to this earth
Sure.
to fulfill the promises
Sure.
and to raise the level of the Ten Commandments
Sure.
to a level that it's impossible.
Can I speak about the New Testament? Is that okay?
And yet, these poor Muslims cannot attack Jesus
Wait.
Christ. They only keep attacking things from 4,000 years ago.
Okay.
He,
As moderator,
Okay.
No,
Wait. Akhi, wait. Brother, wait.
Understand the
Okay,
Bible.
as a second.
I'll speak of the New.
Can I just say one thing?
I'll speak of the New Testament.
Can I
Is that
just
okay?
say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
As
yeah.
moderator, you've made some claims about the Muslims dominating the conversation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you realize that when you shout over people, that is exactly the very thing that you're saying that the Muslims are doing to
Yes.
you? So
Yes, but you know why I do
dominating
it.
the
But you know why I do it.
You're medication.
No, not because I'm a hypocrite.
Because you're intellectually weak.
Because I love Muslims, and I want you to see the deception of these romantic week after week that they do the same thing. They won't answer the question.
Okay. Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Camera is here. The camera is here. I'm here. I'll leave the Old Testament. Let's go to the New Testament. Yeah. I have read a lovely verse. No. Before you go. Verse in the New Testament. It's a New Testament. Yeah. I know now. It's time to go now. I know. You don't run. You said you don't run like Hashim and Mansour. What happened?
He needs to go now.
You said Mansour and Hashim they run. You're not like them. You're not going to run.
Shamsi, he's the biggest rabbit of all.
So you're not going to run, are you?
Rabbit.
You're not going to run, right?
I'm not going to run. I'm
Okay.
leaving because
Okay, yeah.
I am a free
Okay, wait.
will.
Wait.
He's just going to walk quickly.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
frightened of nobody,
So
and everybody that sees me in this park
when the New
knows I do
Testament,
not run away.
when the New Testament says,
I will answer any question.
Sure.
I will answer
Last
any
question before you go.
And I don't say,
You
but
can
what
go.
about the Quran?
Last
I will
question before you
answer
go.
biblical
Sure.
questions.
Before you go, I'll give you a last question. You said the New Testament, correct? So I'm going to ask you a question about the New Testament. In 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16, Paul says something very beautiful. Do you know what he says?
Tell me.
He says, all scripture of God is God-breathed, eternal, useful for rebuking, for all times. Now I want to ask a question here. When you were speaking about the Old Testament, do you agree with Paul that you claim he is receiving revelation from God, that the Old Testament is applicable and everything in the Old Testament is applicable? And when Paul was writing this, there was no Gospels. It was not written yet. So he can only refer to the Old Testament. Now my question to you is this. Do you agree with Paul or you say Paul is a liar?
Okay,
Please.
Now I'm not. I really am going to go, but I'm going to try.
Please. He's going to try. Go ahead. He's going to try. Please.
I'm going to try and answer.
Go ahead, please.
What is the Old Testament? Tell me.
The Old Testament is comprised of books of prophets, the 5 books of Moses and other books, yeah.
It was the 5 books of Moses. It wasn't the rest of it, brother.
Are you talking today or before?
You don't know.
Are you talking today
I'm
or
not
before?
Getting into this because
You
this
asked
is a
me what is the Old
We
Testament?
are talking about Islam.
You're not going to get into
and
it,
the
right?
deception of
Okay.
Islam.
He doesn't want to talk about the Bible.
So we have concluded that God is the deceiver.
Talking about the deception.
The God of
Islam.
Christianity is the deceiver.
And let me ask you,
In
brothers,
chapter 7, verse
why
21, Jeremiah.
Why do you think that this brother is so quick to ask questions about the Bible? But
I have
they're so
answered first, by the way.
slow
Before I ask,
to
I
answer
answered.
the questions about the Quran.
I think you need to.
Why?
I think.
They
Hold
call
on.
me.
I think the brother, you need to apologize to him for
Yeah, yeah.
dominating the question.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry.
Yeah?
I'm very sorry.
You've dominated this argument.
I'm very sorry. I apologize
You've
humbly
been
to you.
shouting and you've been
Yes.
screaming,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you've not allowed him to speak.
That's
you've been
right.
speaking over him. You've
Thank
been
you very
addressing everybody else and shouting
Of
and
course.
screaming. You need
Because
to apologize.
I love these
for
people.
dominating
They
the
are my
the
brothers and
discussion.
sisters. But they
Please
are
don't do that
deceived.
again.
Humbly,
Please don't do that again.
humbly, I will let you go. I will let you go humbly.
They are leading you to hell.
I believe-
because they deceive you. They know the truth of the Quran, but they want to hold their position. And if you want to understand this, go to the Bible and read about the Pharisees.
Yeah, that's why.
Jeremiah 7:21.
Don't kill the animal.
The Pharisees,
These women,
these
rape
people
women,
that are the experts of your law
your
are
God
just like the
permitted
Pharisees.
rape
And they say
Go
they,
and see
they,
Mansour.
they love
brother,
everybody.
brother.
They love everybody.
Okay.
They love everyone. They turn the other cheek. And this is the love and this is the compassion and the turning of the other cheek.
Again, brothers
You know,
and sisters.
it's hypocrisy.
Again,
Real
this brother
hypocrisy.
does not know what love is. Sometimes you
Just
have to
shouting
scold
and
people
screaming.
if you love them. Sometimes you have to say to them, you mustn't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt
You
yourself.
have to remain
right?
with good manners, don't you?
No, because you won't
Oh,
listen to
oh,
good
you don't have
manners.
to.
Not with you.
You mustn't have etiquette.
Because you're a deceiver.
You mustn't have
You're a
manners.
deceiver. You
wrap
slagged
up
off a
with
woman,
him.
you
Wrap up.
tore into her, then in your summary,
Yes.
you said that she was attacking you personally. She never attacked you personally. She
Hold on.
showed you the
Shall I-
hadith
shall-
and asked you
Shall
to
I
answer,
Shall
but
I
you
answer
wouldn't
that?
answer.
Shall I answer that?
You see, how
Shall I-
can you be
Are you going to give me an
deceiver?
opportunity to answer?
Well, only if you don't take too long, brother.
First of all, I will not have a discussion with Hatun or with Bob the Builder. And I'll tell you why.
Because they wiped the
I'll
floor
tell
with
you
you.
why. See, look,
He's just chosen
you
the
said
two
you'd allow me to
experts.
answer.
He's
You said-
just chosen
you said
the
you-
two
you said-
experts
you
in
said-
this part.
you said you'd allow me to
Wipe
answer.
the floor with them.
You said you-
wipe the
hold
floor
on.
with them.
You said-
Wipe the-
Do you
they
have
have
anger
the
issues?
Quran.
Do you have anger issues?
You
Okay,
said
so
you
can
allow me
you
to
relax a
answer.
bit? You look angry. So
said
relax
you
a bit.
allow me to
Okay,
answer.
relax. If you don't have anger issues, allow him to
You
finish.
said you'd allow me to answer.
Do you not see how he's trying
You
to
said-
deceive?
I see him trying to speak. You don't allow him to speak.
Can I
That's what I
answer the
see.
question?
He's deceiving
Can I
people.
answer the claim?
I don't take my religion from him. He cannot deceive me.
You did.
I haven't asked
You
him a
said you'd let me
question.
talk. Can I
haven't
talk?
asked him a question.
And I'm dominating
Let me speak. Look, I'll tell you something. Can you spend 10 minutes without shouting?
I can. But why does he need to
He
be
doesn't
your
shout.
moderator?
He doesn't shout.
Why does he need to
He doesn't shout. Do you agree with him as a
He's already
moderator?
proven himself to be the deceiver.
I had the other Christian, but he left.
He's proved himself
That's
to be
fine.
the deceiver.
Look, the other Christian who was being a moderator, he left. I was looking for him, he left.
Okay.
Right? So I had to go back to Abbas, yeah? Abbas is the only thing he's doing is he's explaining himself of the accusations
It's
that
all
you...
about him.
Sure.
Do you not understand it's all about him?
It's okay. Can you
understand it's all about him?
can you let him finish and demonstrate to all of us how is it only about him?
I'm not
Can you do that?
here about trying to
Why are
win
you here?
points.
Why are you
I'm
here?
not here to win points.
Tell me why you're here.
I'm here.
Can I answer
Muslims
that
will see
accusation?
the deception
Can I
by the
answer
people
the accusation?
here that are supposed to be your
Are you going to
leaders,
allow me to
but
answer
will
the accusation?
not answer a question.
Okay, he's trying to
Are you
answer.
going to allow
He's
me
trying
to
to answer.
answer?
Please, 10 minutes, no shouting. 10 minutes, no shouting.
I will not debate with Hatun or with Bob the Builder or that ilk. And there's a reason for that. Because in Islam, we're told that stay away from people who are jahil, ignorant. People who are foul-mouthed, have no manners, they have no decorum.
The brother was
Shouting.
Hang
Back
on,
to shouting.
hang on.
You're back to
All
shouting.
the people who are watching
It's
this.
not 10 minutes
there
yet.
was a
It's not
Muslim
10 minutes,
brother here
it's 1 minute,
that was
isn't it?
saying the most disgusting
finish?
things
You're
to
back
me.
to shouting.
Hang on.
You're back to
There was a
shouting.
Muslim brother standing
won't let me
behind me.
finish.
He's saying
He's
the
wrong.
most disgusting
He's
things
wrong.
to- He was wrong.
He was
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
Now,
agree that
we
he was
condemn
Hang on.
it. Do you
You're
condemn
all
Hatun?
listening to
Do
this
you
on
condemn
camera.
Hatun? Do you
He
condemn
was
Hatun?
wrong. He was wrong.
me
Do you condemn
Did this
Hatun?
brother
Let me finish.
reprimand him?
Let me
Did
finish.
you-
Which one of you Muslims
Do
told
you?
him to
Do you?
stop?
I was not there.
I don't even know
I
who
was
you're
not there.
talking about.
Exactly.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Do you condemn Hatun?
I don't even
Do you
know who
say?
you're talking about.
Do you say Hatun?
But in any case,
Do
let
you
me
say?
finish.
Do you
Let me
condemn
finish.
Hatun as well?
Let me finish my point.
Do you condemn Hatun? Do you say she was wrong like I said he was wrong? Do you condemn Bob the Builder? Thank you very much. He said yes.
Hang on.
Okay, Hatun, at least. You condemn
I've
Hatun.
said to her you could put that in a different way.
Right,
But there is a
Okay,
language
that's good.
barrier.
That's good. I respect that.
Language
I
barrier.
respect that.
There is a
Okay.
language barrier,
Okay,
Hatun.
sure.
You
So,
see, brothers,
let me just finish my point.
Some of
Let
you
me just
think
finish
I'm
my point.
aggressive. I am not.
Can I just finish
I
my
am
point?
not aggressive.
If you're
I
shouting
love
at people, that is
all.
aggressive.
I'm here.
Can
to
I just
defend
shout? Can I just
freedom,
finish my point?
And I'm also here that you may be.
Can you allow him a freedom to finish his
Can I
point?
just finish my point?
Yeah, but
Can
he's
you allow
always finishing a point, brother.
You don't allow him. You don't allow him.
You allow me like 10 seconds. So I will not debate and I will not discuss
Are
with
you still on
people
about not
who
debating?
don't
He's still on about
because
not
That was your
you
question to him.
made-
That was
because
your
you made
question
an
to him.
accusation. Allow me to finish.
You're going to be quick because I really do want to go. I want to do a pee now.
That's fine. Let me finish.
Go on, but don't be taking too long.
I will not discuss with these people because they don't have etiquette, they don't have manners in the past.
Sorry,
Had to-
you were slagging off Hatun.
again,
It's
but
not-
you were
it's not-
slagging
it's
off
not
Hatun.
right. Abbas,
You
Abbas.
were rubbishing
Why are
on.
you staying on?
Abbas.
Because you're a
Let's just finish
liar
with
and
him.
a
It's-
deceiver.
it's-
Finish,
Trust
you've
me,
got to
there's
speak
no
the
point.
truth.
Okay, you know
There's
what?
no point.
You know
There's
what?
no point.
You know what? Go and have your pee.
Yeah,
Go.
you
There's
see,
no point.
you see, I
Go
will.
and- go and
You
have your
see,
pee.
brother. Because
Go and have your
Look,
pee.
brother.
What he says is
Sure.
completely opposite
Go and have
of
your
what
pee.
he's
Look,
been
look,
doing.
brother,
He's
let me-
Patience, honestly.
and with a
Go and
woman,
have your pee.
he's rubbishing a woman.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you.
And all
Now,
she was doing was asking
now
you
we
sensible
have had a conversation.
Sensible conversation.
I have tried to answer. Would you agree? I have tried to answer your questions. You said you're going to bring evidence next week. Would you agree with that?
Well,
So far,
I would say you've been deceptively answering the
thank you very much. So I have been deceptively answering your
I'm being
questions.
honest.
Wait.
I'm being honest.
Okay,
I
sure,
won't
sure,
take nonsense.
You're a
sure.
very honest man.
And
Yes, I won't take nonsense.
what is that? What was happening here?
From you people.
What was happening here was
because you're all
What
you
about
go
me?
to the
What was-
mosque and you're told what to say.
Oh,
And
now
they all
he
come
knows
here,
what we're told at the
"Thank
mosque."
God
Have you
I'm
been
a
to the
son."
mosque? Have you been to the
Yes,
mosque?
Mary.
have
Have
you-
you asked the
have you been to
same
any mosque?
question?
Evidence to that?
Have you been to any mosque before?
Yeah.
No, but he thinks.
What happens inside? What happens inside?
Invite them to your mosque.
Sure. Now look, just finishing this
yeah,
point,
yeah,
right?
yeah, go on.
What I have seen here is a shouting match from yourself,
Yeah.
not allowing other people to speak. You might have your.
I'm
You might.
allowing you to speak, brother. You must.
Yes, right now you are. I agree with you. Right now.
before, and before.
A little bit, yes. I would agree. now let's end this conversation on a peaceful note.
On a peaceful note.
I don't think you're a bad person, but I think you have a wrong conception of Islam. That's why you feel that you have to push it away. That's okay. That's your opinion. You're entitled. Wait. You're entitled to your opinion. I respect you as an elder person. Let's finish this in a peaceful way, peaceful manner, so people don't say, look, Christians and Muslims are fighting over religion. Let's end it in a peaceful manner, right?
Right.
And we end this humbly by a handshake.
God bless you.
Thank
Listen
you very
to
much
me.
for your
First
time.
and foremost,
No
I'm going
problem.
to say two things.
Yeah.
Firstly,
Yes.
you're in my prayers every day.
Yeah.
Secondly,
No problem.
Secondly,
Yes.
But you're a deceiver.
I came asking a question. A question.
Yes.
A sensible question.
Yes.
about
I tried to answer,
breastfeeding.
right?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I came asking a sensible question about breastfeeding. Surely I deserve an answer. Even the brother that's left said he's asked a sensible
You
question.
do.
So-
I tried to answer a question,
Yes.
but you didn't give me an answer, even though I deserve one as well.
No, but he'll bring you evidence next week. Don't worry. He'll bring you lots of evidence.
to know about that as well.
Look, next time, bring your evidence,
Yeah.
and we have a nice discussion. Yeah, pleasure talking to you. We'll see you around.
I
No
still
problem.
love you.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
I can tell.
And I'm going to tell you this. And if I say
I
something,
can see
mean
it with the interaction.
No.
I can see the warmth coming from you.
Yes. And I'm
I
going to
see
tell you
the
what I tell
humanity, the
all
humility,
people.
the humanity.
If you ever see me and you need help, you come to me
Oh,
first.
thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Yes.
Thank you very much.
I could
See you
really
around.
feel the love. I really felt the love. I mean, it was amazing.
Thank
Just
you.
because I love you doesn't mean I don't want to give you a spank.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
right, yeah.
See you. Thank you very much.
I like that sort of thing.
We'll
but
see you
I
around.
don't- Okay,
We'll see you
let me
around.
just round up if you don't mind.
Conclude this discussion.
The reason why I will not have a discussion with Hatun, with Bob the Builder, these people, is because they show a complete lack of manners and decorum. And Islam should not be something that you discuss with people where people don't have manners and decorum to deal with things respectfully. We don't have to agree. We can emphatically and passionately disagree about things. That's fine. But we have to maintain our dignity and offer the other person the dignity to believe whatever they want to believe with respect. We don't have to necessarily respect the beliefs, but we have to respect the individual. And these people have showed time and time again that unless you're prepared to drag yourself into the gutter and have a dirty discussion in the depths of the gutter, you can't have any discussions. You have to be able to shout the loudest, speak the loudest to have a discussion. This is not the way of a Muslim. And Muslims should not behave like that. So that's why I will not have a discussion with these people. I think Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi said that the Muslim and the Christian who are debating should worry less about who is right and worry more about how far they have moved away from the teachings of their prophets. Is that correct, brother?
I personally cannot affirm or negate that.
Right.
This personal quote.
Right.
But what Imam Shafi'i has said, he said, every time I have debated someone, I wish that Allah shows the haqq on his hand.
Right.
So Imam Shafi'i was not looking to show the haqq on his hand,
Right.
but he wanted the haqq to show on the other person's
Right.
hand. Now, another interesting, very, very interesting point that we should take, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us in the Quran, both in chapter 4 and chapter 6, that if we see people who are insulting Islam, insulting the Prophet, insulting the religion, that we walk away from them.
Away from them, exactly.
That is the behavior that we do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says also in chapter 6 that we should not curse those who believe in other than Allah. So we should not curse them, we should not stay in their presence, we should walk away from them, right? And the last most important point is to the viewers. I know he had some mannerisms, he had some way of propagating himself, but I believe we should not curse him in the comments. I believe we should not attack his person in the comments. If you guys want to leave a comment, leave something about the arguments, something positive. This is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said. He said, let him say good or remain silent. So that's what we should do as Muslims. Please do not attack him. That's fine. He has his own way. He's an old person. We need to respect him, and let's focus on the arguments rather than focusing on the people. You know.
So, brother, going back to the arguments that were being made.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You clarified that the hadith in question does not instruct a grown woman to breastfeed a grown man.
Yeah.
It's not saying that.
So the hadith that he was asking about first, about the sheep or the goat eating, this hadith talks about the ayah of rajm, right? It's completely a different topic. This hadith is weak. It exists in Sunan Abu Dawud. Yeah, that's the first point. The second point, the breastfeeding point, was for someone alone who is called Salim. Salim used to live in the house. They were uncomfortable covering every time he's coming in and out. So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ instructed them to give him milk in a cup, in order for him to drink, and then he becomes mahram to them. That was only for one of the wives of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, for none else, and Aisha clearly reports. She says, وَمَا كَانَ ذَلِكَ إِلَّا لِسَالِمٍ. And that was not for anyone except Salim himself, right? We can pick narrations and pick and choose and cherry pick from everywhere. That's an easy thing to do, right? But if you, as Muslims, we take everything holistically. We bring every narration dealing with this topic, and us scholars have answered this ages ago. These things, these doubts, Muslims might think it's new. These things exist in our tradition, in our books, thousands of years ago. It's been answered by us scholars. It's nothing new, but these people coming here, they have a hatred for Islam. So they are trying to attack Islam in any way. They are trying to come to people who don't have knowledge about certain something, and they start asking that person about it. They start attacking him about it. I believe we should have fruitful conversations. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. If you don't know, you should say you don't know. And we should end always on a positive note. Or we should try at least, you know.
That's right.
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah,
and you can finish, inshallah.
And that's a very, very important message to the brothers who are, inshallah, viewing, the sisters that are viewing. We have to maintain the way that we do dawah, the way that we present ourselves in accordance to what the best example for us was, which is the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and how Allah has told us to do it. To get angry, to get abusive with people, this is not our way. So as a recommendation to myself as well, and to the brothers and sisters, let's maintain calmness. Let's deal with things in an academic way, in a sensible way, and as the brothers described and explained, that when you are in a situation where somebody is clearly abusing Islam, abusing the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that we should not give them a platform to A, do more sin, and B, engage in a conversation where we might utter something that will be displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's maintain our composure. Let's inshallah become knowledgeable. When Hatun brought that hadith to me, I didn't know about it. So it was wrong for me to try to answer something that I have no knowledge about. That's why I went to the brother and said, look brother, this is the hadith that's been quoted. It's better that somebody of knowledge deal with it. And that's one of the wonderful things in the park, that we get sometimes new things arising and coming up, and it becomes our learning curve as well. We don't profess to know everything. I'm not a professional da'i who knows everything. We do what we do to our capacity. What is beyond our capacity, inshallah, we find somebody else to advise us, to help us, to teach us. And really that's my message. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallah.